I've taken some ideas from the Reddit Overwatch and came up with some of my own. Here are a few ideas. Have his flashbang act like an actual flashbang. In other words, have his E only work when you are facing McCree, although this would make him less viable for flanking. It would also seem to make it more fair instead of randomly being flashed and being one-shotted. Perhaps you can try to drag attention to yourself by shooting them semi-automatic a couple times, then flashing, and then fan the hammering. Fan the hammering. That way you can have less ammo. That way you have less ammo to fan the hammer to do less damage to be done. Or you can risk it by going front lines and then flashing, fanning all 6 shots. But that's Creed is pretty squishy because he's an offensive character. The downside to this, it makes McCree's flanking potential a lot lower. And remember the Reinhardt, he wouldn't be able to flash Reinhardt, and he's got a big rectangle on his face. The whole point of McCree's design is to make him stronger against tanks and not weaker. Have his damage be reduced to his fan the hammer, but the fan the hammer ignoring armor. Hear me out. Blizzard wanted McCree to be a tank melter. With that, he also melts squishies, which seems kind of stupid. How do you balance something that is supposed to do a lot of damage to tanks but inefficient to squishies or mobile heroes? Mobile heroes don't have armor, but tanks have armor, besides Zarya and Roadhog. Although Roadhog's head has the size of Texas, so it would increase the damage for him, and Zarya, she would remain McCree's counter, an even stronger one, which is honestly better. Have McCree's flashbang be a medium-range skill shot with a disable. I saw this on, a guy mentioned this on the Overwatch Reddit, and I thought this would be really game-changing for McCree. It would add so much more depth to McCree, and it would just be more fair to the people being killed by him. Skill shot's harder to land than an AoE, or, you know, small radius, as they say it. And instead of it being a stun, it's a disable, aka you can still use abilities, but you have reduced moving, similar to the Sandman in TF2, because it used to be a lot like McCree's flashbang until they made it more of a high-risk, high-reward type item, which would be amazing for McCree. It would just add so much more depth for him. You could also have a chance of escaping if you were hit by it too, because you could still move, instead of standing there and taking 840 damage to the face. The more mobile heroes would also have an easier time dodging his E since it would be a skill shot, so Tracer, Genji, easier time dodging it until they fix tick rates. It could be a problem if they fix the tick rates, which they probably will not. So, thank you for listening to me ramble about my favorite hero in Overwatch. Blizzard, show this 6-shooter some love next patch, alright? Thanks for watching, guys.